Hi guys, this is Hugh T. I've had a few comments on where have I been. So I wanted to make an updated video on where I've been for the past probably year and a half. I've just really focused on my health and my family, trying to feel good, started a garden. So I'm going to kind of show you some things that I'm doing out here and what's working for me. I have some peppers that I've been growing. I have some jalapenos, and then I have some habaneros. I'll do a jarring video on those and what I do with all my extra because there's no way I can go through those. I started with a moringa tree, so I'm going to kind of show you that, and then I'll do a quick video also on the moringa and what's so great about that. We are in January, so I did a very extensive pruning on my moringa tree. So there she is. Yes, she looks awful. The moringa tree really does like to be aggressively pruned. You'll see there's some really long, just wacky branches, like who on earth pruned this thing? But I did have some pods up there, so I wanted them to make it, which they did. So I'm going to take you here so you can see it. I do have some chickens. This one here is a grape. Grew beautifully this summer. It was the first year, so it did not produce any grapes. So going in, I have this little gate. I have some eucalyptus. This here is I think it's a tangelo. Then I have all my strawberries. These plants grew huge this summer, and I really mowed them back. I have some cilantro. I'm doing something a little bit different this year with some potatoes that I'm growing. So I've been working on this bag for about a couple weeks now. This bag is probably about maybe 10 inches high. I started with just about an inch of soil. You can see here is my potato growing in here. As it grows, I have some soil here that I've been adding in, a little bit of sand. So as it grows, I roll the bag up a little bit. I also was going to try this year to do one in a trash bag. I seen that done, so I thought, well, let me give it a try. Over here is my broccoli. My broccoli is actually doing the best this year. And if we look in here, you can actually see I have a little floret down in there. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Some of this you'll see has been taken off. So if I have some of these leaves that just have been eaten, I'll pull this off and I'll give this to the chickens. They love this. Also a very nice treat for yourself. I kind of use it like you would spinach. I take out the center rib on this, and then I give it kind of like a chop, put it into some pasta, some stuff like that. I do have some carrots going over here. So my carrots, they're doing really well. Now, funny thing is, there actually was carrots that were going all the way across. I don't know what happened to the center section here. Nothing grew. These were some pole beans, and we had a really bad frost about, I'd say a week and a half, 2 weeks ago over here. And it just about killed, these. All my little ladies, they know I'm out here, so they want me to come over and give them a little treat. So I'm going to do that. I do have a little baby chicken. She's already right here. I call her Little. Husband calls her Little Biddle. She is wanting to jump up because she knows that Mommy is going to feed just her. Let me try to get in here. She is already trying to get me, if you can see. She wants me to pick her up. Hi, Little. Ow! So that's the first time she's actually kind of got me. So she actually got me good on my hand. She wants to be picked up and carried in here. So you see all my other little ladies, they're in here. I do have a little feeding area for them, but they just like some extra little yummies. So my little chicken, she likes to get thrown in there. Not really thrown, but she likes to be in there while I'm giving the other chickens some feed. I noticed that whenever we first had got the new set of babies, that the chickens kind of like mowed her over. So I got into a really bad habit of picking her up separately. So all those chickens, they just want a little extra food. So I got into this really bad habit of picking her up separately and putting her into the bin while I fed the chickens, because if you see, none of the chickens are in here now. It's just her. So she kind of gets a little extra special stuff. And then I usually sprinkle out just a little extra feed for them. So I've really gotten into gardening, having chickens, trying to go a little more organic. It's really hard. It's hard to always do everything organic, but I try where I can. One thing that I do like to use in the garden is something called diatomaceous earth. Now I buy food grade. I was able to buy this at my pet store. A 50-pound, I think it's 50-pound bag. It's right in here. So it is a food grade, and then this here I'll use in the garden. I also use this in the chickens' bedding. So this next can over here, I have their bedding. So usually what I'll do, since it's been raining, I have it wrapped in plastic, but normally during the summer months I just dump all of that bedding into that trash can. But then what I'll do is I'll put a little diatomaceous earth in there and kind of give it like a fluffing and put it throughout. And then whenever I clean out the chickens' bedding, I clean out the floor, and then whenever I clean out the floor, everything in their what's that called? Where they lay their eggs in their little nest. Everything in there, I take out and I kind of just put that onto the ground, and then I put new stuff in there. So that new stuff kind of has a diatomaceous earth in there. So any type of mites or ticks or anything that chickens would have, my chickens are really good. They don't have any of that stuff. I also handle my chickens a lot. So here's like one of my ladies here. See how she kind of comes down? She wants me to give her a nice little pet. So I give them a nice little pet. Love my chickens. I'm one of those crazy chicken ladies. So I have some little, my babies. I have a couple, what I call my teenagers, this guy here. Now those, we didn't get as babies. There was a nursery around where we live. And whenever we went to the nursery to look at some new trees that I wanted, I saw that they had a couple chickens. And they were probably, I'd say, maybe about 2-3 months old. So I thought, well, how nice. I won't have to worry about babies. I can do them from like 2 or 3 months old. Never do that again. I like my chickens a very young age. So then that way I can handle them. And whenever I want to pick them up, or if I, need to see if anything's wrong, or just any type of care to them, I can do that because they know me and they're used to me. So I probably wouldn't get some from somebody else again that are that old. I would want them at a very young age. So I'm going to take little Miss Little out of here. So she's in here still. Come on, lady. Since I do handle her a lot, she's pretty good. This first time this guy's done that, or this little lady, she's probably want to know what's going on here. So I'm going to put Little down. So Little's down. We're going to get this one off of here. Hey, lady, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, get off of there. Come on. So I will make another video talking to you about some things that I'm doing with the chickens, as far as their feed and their watering. Just some things that I kind of came up with trial and error. But that's my garden, and that's what I have going on. I also have some dill, and I also have some different mints and some different herbs. And that's my garden. What else? Dad built me this beautiful pergola to oversee the garden, to help shade it. I really enjoy being out here because of my thyroid cancer, and my calcium was damaged. My calcium is always low, and I can always use some extra vitamin D to help process that calcium. And then a cool little thing that we did, we do have a palm tree type outside. You can kind of see that. So whenever the leaves start getting too long, I put them up here to help kind of shade. You can kind of see that. So there's the whole garden. Now I do have the chicken section off from the garden because whenever I first started I thought there would be this happy marriage and the chickens would just eat all the bugs, and they demolished everything in the garden. And then I thought, holy cow, chickens and gardens really don't go as well together as I thought. But what I do is after the season I will open this up, and it's just some little makeshift that I have that I put together. My dad he works in construction, and he got me this orange tie-back stuff, and then the chickens were smart and started flying over, so then I had to add some more chicken wire up here. But what I'll do is I'll remove this back. It's just done like on some PVC, but I'll remove it back, and then I'll let them have full run of the garden. They'll eat everything up, and then I won't have to worry about anything that I need to weed or do any of that, because it's a great little treat for them. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed kind of my garden video and what's going on with me. I am feeling better, tired most of the days till I take my thyroid. I'm usually just a big mess. But besides that, calcium is maintaining. And that's it, guys. Well, I'm going to start trying to make some more videos, just kind of letting you know what's going on with me and cool things that I'm doing and just some stuff that I've figured out on my own. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Big kiss. Bye.